Hey YouTube, this is something interesting I wanted to share with you real quick. When the pandemic started, I was going to work every day, unlike a lot of people, they had to stay home, but I was delivering milk, so I was considered an essential employee. Well, I had a lot of time on my hands after work because I wasn't going anywhere. And I started doing a lot of 3D printing. And one of the things I started to do was this Hellboy. Here, let me get that out of there. And then we can just lift that up. We can just take this apart here real quick. And I printed that in carbon fiber. And you can see that really looks good. So good, I would hesitate to go out on the street with this thing. Just from a distance. I wouldn't take this out on the street. Anyway, I may spend some time, and I also 3D printed these bullets. They're just, they just drop in there, and the fronts just drop. You just glue those into place like that. The idea here was to only show 3 bullets, so I didn't want it to look like it was completely loaded, so I only printed 3 shells. But now I'm thinking I'm only going to use 2 shells because I've only printed 2 of the bullets themselves. And I can't remember why I stopped working on this. And then it dawned on me. When you put this together like so, that's a really nice joint. And this is the 3D printed peg that goes inside there. I thought, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I could use just metal? And so maybe that's what I'll do. But I do have this one, so I stopped printing this guy. And I also had to drill out this handle like so. Channel this out because that wasn't channeled. And I had to channel it out for this guy to go in like so. Let me put this together real quick. So we'll lift this up. We'll put this peg in. This is our cylinder shaft here. Put this on. Bring this down. And this actually locks into place really nice. If you just get inside that slot there. It locks into place really nicely. And you can spin that. And let's see what else. Oh, we have this here, which goes inside like so. And then the handle will go up into that channel like that. And all of this is supposed to be glued in place together. And you have your trigger that will port in just like somehow. Just like that. And then you have your trigger guard like that. So this is a project I think I'm going to get back onto and get that set up. Because I think I got all the pieces I need as far as printing goes. Alright, I'm in the middle of assembling this Hellboy cosplay prop gun. Whatever you want to call it. Something I 3D printed. Anyway, I have trigger guard glued in. Have the trigger glued in. Have the hammer glued in. I cut down a drill bit for my pivot just to give it a better look when I finally go over all of this. So I did end up using a 3D printed pin for this one. I have not opened this yet to see if I glued it in place. And no. Uh-oh. No, here we go. Okay, good. Oh, here was the problem. I did glue this revolver shaft in place. Let's see how that works. Oh, that works good. Okay, that's good. That's good. So that still works. And this will have to be glued on next. Let's see how we line that up. Oh, I took a cutting wheel. Oh, yeah. Nice tight seam there. Both sides. Very nice. All right. I guess I can go ahead and glue that on now. That's all it takes just for that to get just one little spot. And this is actually supposed to have a hole drilled through it. Maybe I should do that first. A hole in here. I'll do a little sanding on that. I got one of these old snap key rings or spring steel. See if I can get this in here. And then, perfect. For now, I'm going to glue this on. I don't need much. Do a little circle here. That should be plenty. That's a lot of glue for just a thin little piece. However, if I am going to have it on a leather strap, somebody might be dangling it, I'm going to want that to be pretty strong. Yes? See if I can get this tricked here. Just like that. To wrap this handle without doing any pre-cuts. I don't know how that's going to work out, but so far I've got it glued and wrapped half the way. I want to see if I can actually get this over tight enough. Clean this up a little bit here from my previous cut. This wrapped, trimmed down. I'll just still hit that with some sandpaper. It's wrapped really nice. And I got the seam, which I really don't care for because, well, it didn't turn out so great. But I think I'm going to run this piece of leather right down that seam. Okay. Let's see if I can just kind of round those off a little bit there. Alright, so let's do a little finishing on that leather. Clean up our mess here. And then, oh yeah, I still got to find a pin for that. And make a strap for that. Okay, take a break. I'm going to cut the screwdriver up and use that for a pin because it's nice and tight. So I'll slice it there. Well, I'll slice it somewhere. And then I'll mark it nice and tight. That pretty flat. Let's shove this back in here. And we will call that flat. And we will mark this. Don't want to touch that right now because it's really hot. There we go. That should be good. We'll glue that into place right there. So we're going to get those 2 bullets and the 1 shell casing printing. And we'll start rubbing buffing this gun. We're going to start with this silver leaf. I think probably should have did all of this before it was assembled, but what's the old saying? We live and we learn. Let's see here. I'm going to start right here and try to stay away from see how nice that stuff looks. Try to stay away from my leather grips. This horsehair brush here works out on our stuff here. Let me look at it for a couple minutes. Looking pretty good. So you know, this is just for cosplay. A Halloween prop at best. Very good. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, so this is about an hour later. We have our 2 bullets. Come on. 1, 2. Doesn't matter what color they are right now because they're all going to get rub and buff. And I think, I looked at this for a little while, I think I want to put some more silver on that. Okay, so let's do that. I have the bullets in there. They've all been, cartridges are in there. Let's put it in the gun. still spin, no problem. And now I think I'm going to go ahead and glue this entire mechanism in place, because I don't think there's any reason why you should ever have to take that apart. So yeah, I will glue it from this edge here, just like that. Be nice and snug, and it'll still rotate, of course. There's just no reason for it to open anymore. It's served its purpose for assembly. Put a little of this accelerator on here. And then let me hit this here with a little silver. I may have some on this rag right here without getting it on my grips. You know, that's important. All right, a little here. Nice. Let me grab a rag that's not so nasty. There you are. I must say, what a fun project. Glad it's done. Now this too can go on my display case. Somebody needs to use it for Halloween. There you have it. 3D printed Good Samaritan. Very nice. Alright folks, this will conclude this video. Thanks for watching my videos.